Welcome to Finland for Round 6 of the 2022 FIA European Historic Rally Championship, with the Lahti Historic Rally being the host event. Lahti is situated 100 kilometres north of the Finnish capital Helsinki and is the only gravel event on the schedule. Located on the shore of Lake Vesijärvi, Lahti is home to 120,000 people. With its stunning location, the Lahti Historic Rally invokes the spirit of the legendary Thousand Lakes rallies of old. The Lahti Historic Rally takes place over 2 days. The total rally distance is 560 kilometres with 157 kilometres of special stages. Leg 1 consists of 6 stages south of Lahti, with stages 1 and 4 at Lahti, stages 2 and 5 at Outosalpa, and stages 3 and 6 at Varo-Össä Expert. Leg 2 also consists of 6 special stages. The day begins with Neste Talkatuli, followed by Seo and Salin race team. These are then repeated before the finish in Lahti. The BMW 2002 was launched in 1968, and the name was derived from the fact the car was a two-door sedan powered by a 2-litre engine. The TI version was fitted with twin carburetors, and the TII version received mechanical fuel injection in 1971 to boost power even further. BMW did have a limited rally program with the 2002, making its debut on the 1969 Monte Carlo Rally and went on to win the Portuguese Rally in 1972. In Category 1 there are 2 cars, driven by Finland's Sferi Norgard and Italy's Carlo Frito, and in Category 2 there is a single entry driven by Italian Pietro Corredig.
Well, it's a BMW 2002 from 1969, as you can see here, and I bought it about 15 years ago. Actually, it was a driving school car in Switzerland, so we took it totally home and it was totally done to a rally car. And I have used it ever since that in almost all the European Championship rallies I've been to. I have a Ford Falcon, which I sometimes use just for fun, but this is really my bread and butter. And for this car, I have a person who takes care of my car, and it's actually his love and affection. And I have 2 requests to him for my car. One is, it has to be reliable. I don't need the extra horsepowers. I don't need the extra whatever. And the second thing is, I want to know it's 100% legal according to all restrictions or regulations. And if anybody wants to look at my statistics, I have almost no retirements with this car. That's the main thing for me. Well, it's those things that are difficult to explain, but I'm born in 1951, and these cars came out around when I was 15, 16, 17 years, and I could never afford to have a car like this, neither could I afford to have a rally car. And so when I turned 50 years, I decided that I will have a birthday present, and so I went on and started with this project.
Well, the car was built in 1969, and I owned the car since I think 15 years, and then I prepared for racing. Why this car? Because I also have other cars, and among those cars the choice felt on this. It's a nice car. It's it's quite demanding because it's quite heavy. But you know, my age is well, I'm here just for fun. I started rallying when I was 19, and I did some rallies in Italy during my university college time. But it was very tough because those times in Italy the rallies were only on gravel, bad gravel. So the money was always too short. The parents were not absolutely supporting. And then I started with my professional life, and so I quit rallying. I came back to racing in late 80s, I think, with Stangolini Formula Junior. I did some circuit race, and then I went back to my previous dream. You know, the mechanism is always to have when you are an old guy, to have what when you were a young guy you couldn't have. So this is the story.
Allora, noi abbiamo questa BMW che era una macchina storica. Quando io avevo 18 anni questa era la macchina che mi piaceva di più, ero già appassionato del mondo delle corse, però quella volta a 18 anni nel 1972 non avevo la possibilità di prenderla, e quando si è creata la possibilità di trovare questa macchina io l'ho presa. Il primo modello che ho preso io è stato nel 2002 e ho preso il BMW 2.2 in versione stradale, che l'ho fatta in gruppo 1 quella volta, e ho fatto già un po' di gare con quella. Poi ho trovato l'occasione di questa BMW gruppo 2 e abbiamo acquistato anche questa, e adesso alterniamo le gare tra il gruppo 1 e il gruppo 2. Quasi sempre corriamo col gruppo 2 perché è più performante e ci dà più soddisfazione, e siamo contenti insomma di avere questa macchina, e lottiamo con macchine magari che hanno anche qualche cavallo di più, qualche performance di più della nostra, però noi siamo corretti così, ci difendiamo, e mi sembra che anche i risultati ci danno ragione, perché siamo contenti, abbiamo fatto già del bene, ecco. Ma quando sono con questa macchina mi sento contento, e quando facciamo delle belle gare alla fine siamo soddisfatti di quello che abbiamo fatto, e quello è importante, perché noi corriamo per nostra pura passione, e quindi quando arriviamo a soddisfare questa passione siamo contenti, e la macchina ci dà questa soddisfazione.
The 49-car-strong entry list features 15 full-season competitors who are eligible to score championship points. The EHRC contenders will face stiff opposition from the local specialists, including multiple WRC winner Jari-Matti Latvala, who is competing in a Toyota Celica. The weather forecast was for sunshine and warm temperatures, and this was proven right for the opening day of the Lahti Historic Rally. The dry conditions meant there would be plenty of dust kicked up on the gravel roads. The number 8 Mercedes Tuomo Luukkonen was at early retirement with an engine issue on stage 3. Kari Kaveni and Asker Saarinen were the quickest of the EHR contenders on all 6 stages on day 1. The only car that was faster was the number 16 Toyota Sleeker of Jari-Matti Latvala, but in relation to the championship standings, Kaveni was leading the way. Kari Kaveni outpaced championship leaders Ville Savasti and Risto Paitalainen in the number 1 Audi by a few seconds on each stage, and by the end of the 6th stage the gap was 54 seconds ahead of the overnight stop. After winning the Lahti Historic Rally in 2021 in the Audi Quattro A2, Ville Savasti and Risto Paitalainen were getting back into the swing of things after competing in their Lancia Rally 37 on the previous 5 events. The Finns were able to stay in touch with Kaveni and also keep ahead of the rest of the Category 4 EHRC contenders. Anders and Ingrid Jonsson were competing in their Ford Sierra RS Cosworth 4x4, and they were battling for third with their fellow Swedes Mats Marcel and Esko Juntila in their Ford Sierra. Marcel was getting to grips with a new car after his Ford suffered a catastrophic fire in Austria last month. Carl Wagner and Gerdazano were looking to capitalise on the fact that Category 3 Championship leaders Zippo and Dennis Bacino had elected not to compete in Lahti, and the Porsche 911 SE was on a charge for maximum points in Finland. However, things didn't go to plan. After a good day finishing 4th overall amongst the EHRC contenders and at the head of Category 3, the Porsche's gearbox wouldn't select a gear. Eventually, Wagner managed to get 3rd gear and he drove back to the service park in 1 gear. However, the problem was terminal and the Austrians had to retire. This meant the Volvo 244 of Siegrist and Renati Meyer would start day 2 as Category 3 leaders after a good day for the German crew. The Battle of the Rally was in Category 2, with the 2 Ford Escort RS 1800s of Walter Jensen and Will Graham going head-to-head. Walter Jensen and Eric Pedersen lost ground to Will Graham and Michael Johnson on Stage 1, but regained the initiative on Stage 2, only to lose ground to the British crew on Stage 3. At the regroup, they were 6.5 seconds behind their rivals. In the afternoon, Jensen continued to lose ground by a few seconds, but on Stage 6 it all came good and the Norwegian crew headed to the overnight halt with a slender lead in Category 2 of just 0.8 seconds. Will Graham and Michael Johnson took the fastest time on 4 of the 6 stages on day 1, but had to settle for 2nd place overnight after a titanic battle with Walter Jensen and Eric Pedersen. The scene was set for a great battle on day 2.
Middle over, long crest, 330. 330. Crest onto a tar into 1 left, 150, on the tar 150.
It was better news in Category 1 for the Graham family, with Ernie and Karen Graham looking for their 5th category win of the 2022 season. The British crew went quickest on all 6 stages and held a massive 3-minute 17-second lead at the end of the 6th stage. The little Alfa Romeo Giulietta of Tuve Hämäläinen and Perra Rosberg was 2nd in Category 1 and 1st in the A2 class. The Finns using their local knowledge to set the pace and keep their rivals in more powerful cars behind them. Sverre Norgard and Ari Koppanen were third at the end of day 1 and first in Class B4, 38 seconds ahead of James Potter's Ford Cortina.
Yes, no problems.
What were the stages like? They're quite fast here on these new stages.
Yes, very fast. But morning loop was a little slippery. We were first car, but then afternoon was better.
So the car is okay? So it's the first time you've used the Audi this year, isn't it?
No, we were last year also. Same car.
Yeah, went this year, the season.
Yes. Last rally with this car was last year.
Yeah.
This same rally.
So you're getting used to it again compared to the last year?
Yes, it takes a little time, yes.
And tomorrow? How is it going to go tomorrow?
I think we are happy for the European Championship position at the moment, so I think we try to keep this place.
So, how did it go today?
Viikonloppu, miten meni tänään?
Erittäin hyvin, ei mitään ongelmia. Kerran jo vietiin liikennemerkki mukana. Selät on vähän kipeät molemmilla, mutta kaikki toimii.
Okay, everything is otherwise perfect, but the backs from both guys they're a little worn out.
Yeah.
And one traffic sign was kicked off.
Okay. You're second overall, but leading the EHRC contenders as your full season entry. But the only guy ahead of you is Jari Matti. How does that feel?
Se tuntuu. Vai Jari-Matti edellä?
Joo. Jari-Matti on VRC-kuski ja yli 20 vuotta nuorempi.
He's well over 20 years younger and WRC driver. So.
Yes. Jari-Matti is very good driver, no any problem. He's driving. No, very good driver.
And tomorrow, the same procedure tomorrow?
Huomenna sitten sama juttu.
Joo, ihan samalla jatketaan. Vähän hitaammat tiet on vähän. Kääntyy enemmän, nyt tulee aika
The roads are more technical tomorrow, so a little bit slower. And Asko, when he spoke about Jari-Matti, he has been the co-driver for Jari-Matti 7 times here.
Ja ykköspaikka.
It's inside knowledge. A good day today, but on these fast roads, how was it in the Escort?
Oh, it was a lot of fun in the Escort. The roads were fast, but there were still lots of fast corners, and it was very, very enjoyable to try and carry as much speed as we could around those corners. So for us, it was a different day, but a very, very pleasurable one.
And I think it's over 3 minutes ahead of the nearest Category 1 rival, so that's good stead.
We've been really having a great time, and the notes were good. We could carry really good speed, so we were mixing it up a bit ahead with some of the crews from the other categories, so that was a lot of fun.
Looking ahead tomorrow, the stages are slightly different. They're a bit more technical.
There are real Escort stages tomorrow. Today was good for the Escort, but tomorrow is absolutely ideal. These are the stages tomorrow are the ones we come to Finland for.
Okay. Category 2 leader at the overnight stop, pretty good.
Yeah, we're quite satisfied with that. So we had a good fight with Will Graham, so we'll see tomorrow.
And you're only 0.8 of a second ahead of Will, so it's going to be all fight tomorrow with the 2 Escorts?
Oh, I think so, yes.
And what about the stages? Because obviously they've changed this year. They're a bit faster today and a bit more technical tomorrow.
Yeah, today is worked really fast. We're on the top of the limiter all the time, so a little bit too fast, but fantastic roads, as usual in Finland.
Well, day 1, pretty good day for you.
Yeah, good day. Yeah, we always enjoy being up here in Finland and just love the gravel, to be honest. And nothing better than being out in Finland in the Mark II Escort, to be honest.
Yeah. So today you were leading and then you weren't leading and now it's 8 seconds?
Been very, very close with the Norwegians. So it always makes it really interesting when you got close competition, and we're really enjoying that. So
today's stages were quite fast and there was some question mark over whether the Escort was going to...
Yeah, very fast, yeah. But we really enjoyed it and just can't wait for tomorrow.
And tomorrow we've got more technical stages, I think.
A bit more technical, yeah, and so that should be interesting. Yeah, make it a bit more interesting, but hopefully we can still go just as well.
final day of the Lahti Historic Rally would see 6 further stages to the west of Lahti. The weather was even hotter than day one, with the thermometers heading towards 30 degrees Celsius. The stages were a little more technical than the ones on day one, and the 13 remaining EHRC competitors headed out to see who would be taking home the silverware on Saturday evening. On the morning stages, Kari Kaveni and Asko Saarinen were unstoppable, setting the fastest time on each of the first 3 stages of the day amongst the EHRC contenders. Only car that was faster than the Audi was Latvia's Toyota Celica. After the service stop, Kaveni went quickest again on stage 10, but lost ground to Savasti on the final 2 stages of the day. However, the gap was still 64 seconds at the end of the final stage, and Kari Kaveni and Asko Saarinen took maximum championship points and finished second overall to the flying Toyota Celica. Ville Savasti and Risto Paatelainen were able to keep in touch with their rivals in the number 4 Audi and setting the fastest time on stages 11 and 12. With one eye on the championship, it was important for the Finns to finish the rally ahead of their main rivals for the 2022 EHRC titles. Anders and Ingrid Jonsson brought their car home in 3rd place amongst the EHRC contenders and 7th overall at the end of the 12th stage. In Category 2, the Battle of the Escorts raged all day, with Will Graham and Michael Johnston trying their very best to open up a gap to their Norwegian rivals. Graham took the best time on stage 7 by 3.2 seconds, only to lose to Jensen on stage 8 by 5.7 seconds. This was the nature of the battle between the 2 teams, with Graham taking the best times on stage 9 and Jensen on stages 10 and 11. However, on the final stage of the day, Will Graham finished over 7 seconds ahead of his rival to clinch the win by just 7.4 seconds after 2 days of intense competition. With the overnight retirement of Carl Wagner's Porsche, the Volvo 244 of Siegfried Renati Mayer had an open goal to take maximum championship points, but first the German crew had to reach the finish line in Lahti. The Mayers were pushing hard and the Volvo didn't miss a beat on the more technical leg 2 stages, reaching the finish line to secure 20 valuable points which moved Siegfried into 2nd place in the Drivers' Championship and Renati to the head of the co-drivers' standings.
42 right, it's the one left, 42 right.
In Category 1, the Ford Escort twin cam of Ernie and Karen Graham was unstoppable, taking the fastest time on each of the 6 stages to extend their overnight lead to 6 minutes by the end of the 12th and final stage.
Crest into long 3 right over crest. Crest into long 3 right over crest. Long 3 coming up. And 2 left.
The British couple secured their 5th Category 1 win this year to move further ahead in the championship standings with 3 events remaining. Tuva Harmalainen and Pira Rosberg secured second place in Category 1 in the Alfa Romeo and the win in the A2 class, finishing nearly 2 minutes ahead of the BMW 2002 of Sverre Norgard and Ari Koponen, who secured the victory in B4. Jari Haivainen and Jana Alaturkia in the Volvo 122 finished fourth, just 0.5 seconds ahead of the Ford Cortina of James Potter and Tim Sayer on the very last stage of the day. So all that remained was for the competitors to head back to Lahti harbour and to collect their trophies and the applause of the Finnish crowd who were enjoying the sunshine next to Lake Vesijärvi.
In the beginning or after the first stage today, I learned to steer with the rear axle, with acceleration and rear axle. So I feel happy.
And Finland, you say last year you said you like this rally. It's a great rally for the Volvo.
Yes, so gravel rallies are the best for the Volvo. So it's only one rally in FIA European Championship. So maybe it comes one more.
And you've taken maximum points for Category 3 this weekend as well.
I think so, because Carl had a problem and he can't fix it. So I'm a little bit sad for him.
Yeah, we had a good fight with Will Graham, but he took it in the end. So, well, we're happy to be here, second in class.
But yeah, but they say only 7.4 seconds. I think the gap was at the end. So
yeah, we was leading in before the stage with 0.1 or something. But yeah, I was a little too slow on the last one. That's life.
So Escort or BMW next time?
BMW, for sure.
Yeah, it's good to see you out in the Escort.
Yeah, thank you.
Category 2 winner.
Yeah, very pleased. Yeah, it's been a really huge fight with Walter and Eric all weekend. Only 0.1 of a second going into the last stage, and we managed to just beat them in that one, so we're really pleased.
And the stages today?
Yeah, the stages today were a bit more technical than yesterday, but still very fast, and yeah, we really enjoy it. It's probably one of our favourite places to come here for rallying, so we really enjoyed it.
Oh, very, very special. Finland is, I guess, my favourite country for rallying. This event in particular has been brilliant. We've been here quite a few times, and to drive it once again in the twin cam was exhilarating. We really enjoyed the roads, and we had a trouble-free run. We tried to put up as good times as we could, and it's brilliant to have another win, making it 5 out of 5 starts in the European Championship this year, so we're really delighted.
The stages today were slightly more technical than yesterday's?
They were slightly less fast. They weren't by any means slow. They're still very fast, but some lovely flowing corners, absolutely rallying heaven.
While Kari Kaveni took the EHRC honours, the overall win went to Jari-Matti Latvala by 2.5 minutes.
Jari-Matti, how do you go today?
It was a very good day, the second day of the Lahti rally. I mean, it was a perfect day, no problems, and the car was working really well. We just had a problem on the first day of the rally, and that was a bit of affecting for the driving as well, but second day, perfect.
And the EHRC, your first impressions?
I mean, these are really nice events, and my plan is one day I would like to do the whole historic European Championship. But it's just to find the time, because we had the World Rally Championship, and so that is the difficulty. But I was already planning to go to Rally Asturias, but I had to cancel that plan because some other commitments. But in the future, yes, I really would like to do this championship, because there is a nice atmosphere, great cars, nice people, great drivers.
The next event on the 2022 calendar will be the Rally de Asturias Histórico in Spain.